Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Master Grade Gym Custom from Stardust Memories. This was one of those Master Grade kits that I always wanted to try out, but since I already had the Master Grade GM Quel, I decided to delay it, and I think it's now time for me to actually try out this kit. It's been a few years since I built the Master Grade GM Quel, and I'm glad I did it because I really enjoyed the build. So, as usual, let's get on with the review. First of all, what you get, of course, is the Master Grade Gym Custom itself. You get two beam saber effects, but you will be only using one. You get a figurine or a figure of the pilot. You know, these usually are inside the old Master Grades. They don't do these in modern times. You get some extra. Well, okay, let's do with the polycaps first. First, you get some extra polycaps left, as usual. And then you get some leftover pieces. Now, I'm not really sure where these are from. Now, this is not a polycap, this is also a plastic plate. And you do have some leftover parts. And you have these leftover parts. I'm not sure exactly whose these are from. I'm gonna assume it's either from the GM Quel, which does not actually make sense because the GM Custom came out first, unless they were planning on making the Quel right away. Or these could be from the Master Grade Gundam Alex, because the GM Custom actually has the exact same frame as the Master Grade Gundam Alex. So yeah, that's that. And the one good thing about these old Master Grade gyms is that they give you extra antennas just in case you break it. And you get these yellow parts, which I assume is either for the GM Quel or also from the Alex. Okay, that's that. And what else you get is some stickers. You get a sticker sheet. I mostly use all of them except for this one that goes onto the head camera. I will explain why, and we'll point out where else is a sticker. You get a sticker decal sheet. I use my typical 426 and the RGM79N number on the kit itself, just because it kind of looked boring without it. And you get actually, I assume these are dry transfers. Yeah, you get dry transfers as well, but by looking at the paper being a little bit different color, I assume this, it had a sort of aged a bit. Okay, beyond that, you get some extra things. Oh, also this red piece, which I assume is from a different kit. You get some extra hands as well. Currently, I'm using the Master Grade 1.0 hands that has the moving fingers. These are the ones that doesn't have any moving fingers. Just a single piece. What's the hand guard as well? So you get two open ones and two fists, just letting you guys know. And beyond this would be the weapons. First of all, you get two beam saber hilts, but you only be using one for the back because there's only one hole. And this is how it looks like with the beam saber effect. I will be demonstrating with this extra one. You get a shield, typical GM Custom or GM Quel type shield. One of the actual shields that looks really usable and efficient, in my own opinion. And you have this moving handle, which you won't be using in this kit because I tried all sorts of stuff and it cannot grab it while this is pegged in. And unlike the GM Quel, you get two machine guns. Well, for the GM Quel, you actually get this machine gun and a beam rifle, same one as the Nemo. You get this machine gun, which I did not expect, so I'm actually really happy. And the other two, the green sticker goes onto these weapons, and there's still one more left, which I will point out. Okay, now let's get on with this articulation. Now, the articulation, if you built the GM Quel, you should not expect the exact same articulation because there are some parts that are different. So let's look at the head. The head, first of all, you see that visor, it's currently reddish orange because it comes in clear. I used a Gundam red marker hoping for like to be a orange effect, but it turned out to be a little bit more red. I was kind of worried if it kind of looked like as if it was using exam systems, but it turned out pretty well actually. So that's that. And the head camera is also clear, which is connected to the visor. I colored that in metallic green, so on the back side, not in front. Also goes for the visor. I colored not the outside, but the other inside of it. So that's that. And I did some color, panel lining color in the vents. And there's one more sticker, and the last sticker that goes onto the back of the head. That's all the stickers that I used. So for head articulation, there's not much. It barely goes down that much and barely goes up. That's as far as you go. 360 is technically possible. So that's that. Now let's look at the body. The body, nothing too special. If you built the Master Grade Alex, it should look really familiar because it sort of is. Similar in structure or frame, I believe. The cockpit does open fully, and there's a pilot inside, a small random figurine. And there are also some panel lines I did, because this kit would look a little bit too boring if you didn't do anything on it. Same goes on to these parts. There's no ab crunch because it's an old master grade, so don't expect too much. And I believe the mold itself wasn't too wasn't too flexible even in the anime. For the arms are some interesting connections where you actually there's another peg, this piece here that connects the inside of the arm, and then the other side is a ball joint that pegs inside to the polycap that's inside the main body. So there is some shoulder and forward and backward shoulder movement like modern high grades. The arms, they don't move too much because of the structure and design. This is as far as you go, and unlike the GM Quel, this sort of lacks a little bit of articulation, so this is as far as you go, as far as I know. Also, you can see that there are some similarities in the arm, or at least this part. This part does not open because it uses a different part in the inside connection. Okay, so that's that. I'm also surprised they actually gave you separate pieces for these red sections on the shoulders. Okay, now let's look at the waist section. Oh wait, so before I go on there, the arm does have your typical 360 twist, and your hands are on your typical ball joint. Just letting you guys know. So for the waist section, that yellow little V section here is actually a separate piece, so that's actually a very good thing. And the front skirts are separate pieces as well. They can go forward that much. Side skirts, not too much. Back skirt, a little bit. They're also individually articulated, which isn't too common these days. And then let's see. There's no size hole because it's an old kit. It's from 1999. The legs can go forward about 90 degrees and then can bend 90 degrees. You have the separate red piece. I colored the inside black since they are thrusters as far as I know. Did some extra panel lining. And feet are your typical ball jointed feet. Very basic mold suit, and which also means that it's a very good kit and cheap kit that can give you a pretty good idea on what master grade is. If you're trying to go on for master grades but too scared to buy expensive one, you can always go for this one. This is one of the cheap versions. I mean, there's technically a even cheaper master grade, which I will be reviewing soon. But yeah, this is also a very good start. Okay, now for the weapons, you have the shield. These ammo clips are not the same ammo clips that you see on the machine gun. These are actually this one can be actually detachable. And then this is actually made by two pieces. Come on, go back in. And these are just single pieces, so they're just for decoration. Also, this ammo clip can be popped off if you can do it like that. They have a very firm connection for some reason. So how the shield connects is that on each arm there's this hole on the side. You can just peg them in, and it has a very, very strong connection that handle is just unnecessary. And since it's connected to a peg, you can spin it around, but because of that shoulder design, not an easy task. But yeah, it's possible. The handle, I'm just gonna suggest that you don't use it because it's really unnecessary. Okay, so that's that. Let's try the beam saber. The beam saber with the 1.0 hands, it can technically hold it with no problem at all. Although, yeah, 1.0 master grade hands were never the best. So yeah, it slides out a little bit. So a lot of people were telling me on Facebook to change hands, get new hands, which I really don't care because I barely use the beam saber, and these hands do hold the machine gun pretty well, except for this one. It doesn't hold this one too well for some reason, so I will try out this. I honestly don't know. The handles are the same shape and same angle, but it has more trouble holding it. It keeps holding it like this. So that's that. Let me take that off. But I do like this machine gun better. And here's the one that we usually see in the anime. It works the same principle, but of course this one is more of a assault rifle type, so you get to hold it like this, and it makes more sense at this point. So that's pretty much what you get of the kit. And also I should show the backpack. The backpack, nothing too special going on, just a simple same. I believe this is the almost same backpack as the Gundam Alex. My Alex is kind of stored up in a really deep area, so I'm not gonna take that out. And one beam saber hole. I mean, technically, if you do have, since you do have another beam saber, you can drill a hole in and maybe add it in if you want to do so. Okay, now before I end this off, there's this one thing I always wanted to try out, is to compare with the Master Grade GM Quel. And as a kid, I always saw these two were the exact same kits with different color and different shoulder. But at this point, I realized that's not the case. So let's start with the comparison. This is one of my early Master Grades, so there's a lot of nub marks, and that back then I did not get farts on nub marks. So the head, as you can see, is very different. The GM Quel back then I didn't have any markers, so it came in just clear. The head design is obviously different, if you can see it. This one looks like more like a traditional Gundam head without the V fin, while as the GM Custom is more of a, I don't know, Jagan type head, which is pretty much indicates a grunt. Of course, the GM Custom was used by mostly elite pilots, but they never made it to mass production because of the cost of the kit. The main body is also different because the GM Quel has this camera on the side. This one does not. And the cockpit section is also different, but I believe, besides this, they almost do share the same structure. As far as I know, the inner frame is exactly the same on the main body, and then waist and legs. For the arms and shoulder, the shoulder is pretty much obvious. The arms itself is different. This is actually from the Alex. This one is pretty much its own new arm, so it has a more bend as well. Backpack, I believe the backpacks are exactly the same. While as the high grades, I believe the thruster was a little bit longer. And oops, I forgot the beam saber. So same backpack, same inner frame. And I believe it has the same legs as well. While as the high grade, the GM Quel had more fat legs compared to the GM Custom. So that's pretty much it. So if I had to suggest either one of these two, when it comes to articulation, I would really suggest go for the GM Quel because of the articulation, and I don't know, it just looks more better in my own opinion as well. But if you're just a fan like gyms, like me, you can just go for both because they're pretty much the same price and pretty much one of the cheap Master Grades out there. So really up to you. Anyway, that was pretty much it for my review of the Master Grade GM Custom. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, leave a comment below as well. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out of. So please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.